Kia ora Rotorua, good evening. Welcome to the Friday Bulletin of City News. Ahead tonight, toxins in traditional Te Arawa foods may pose a risk to health. Coroner Dr Wallace Bain calls for monitoring of all children under 5 and local talent to showcase at the Rugby World Cup fan zones. Stay with us, those stories and more in detail just ahead tonight. Well, gathering and eating wild food like crayfish, watercress, eel and more recently trout has long been a part of custom for Te Arawa. However, a new collaborative study between NIWA and the Te Arawa Lakes Trust has found that toxins in those traditional foods could pose a risk to people's health. The study's project leader, Dr Nairi Phillips, says the study is based on consumption of these traditional foods by Te Arawa people. And she says although they found high levels of mercury and arsenic, these metals are naturally occurring, which means gathering and eating these foods in moderation.
Being aware that there are some areas, based on our study, which suggest that the risk is higher than average of a long-term increase in disease, some sort of disease. That's based on assuming that they're consuming the same amount every day from the same lake.
Dr Nairi Phillips says the study offers a guideline for Te Arawa people in the consumption of traditional foods. And a full report of the study is available for you to view online at niwa.co.nz. Rotorua Coroner Dr Wallace Bain is calling for compulsory checks on all children from birth until the age of 5 to ensure they are safe and deaths like that of toddler Nia Glassie are not repeated. Dr Bain is also calling for all solo parents on a benefit to be monitored. He also wants an 0800 number set up, mandatory reporting and significant penalties for those who do not report child abuse. Dr Bain says New Zealand has one of the worst records in the Western world on the treatment of children and drastic steps does need to be taken. Rotorua Child Advocates Mary Peka Ruakawa Tate agrees with the coroner that something must be done to stop child abuse and says that social agencies need to do more to spot child neglect. The Rotorua Chamber of Commerce is calling for nominations for the Emerging Young Leader of the Year. As part of the Chamber's Business Awards, the winner of the Young Leader of the Year award will attend an MBA at Waikato University School of Management. Nominees must be between 28 and 40 years and have a minimum of 5 years relevant business experience. Nominations for the award close next Friday, and for more information you can visit the Chamber website, rotoruachamber.co.nz. And the Rotorua Dipwali Festival 2011 committee is organising workshops for those interested in traditional Hindu arts. The Indian Art for Kids workshop will be held at the Rotorua Arts Village tomorrow from 12 noon. The workshops are for children aged between 6 and 12 and are free. The workshop is part of this year's Dipwali Festival, which will be celebrated at the Rotorua Convention Centre on Saturday, the 1st of October. And in your Friday night sports news, it is not just rugby on show for the Rugby World Cup, but Rotorua talent will be showcased as well. Rugby World Cup coordinator Renee Nathan says at the fan zones, all of the All Black pool games, as well as the finals, will be screened for free. Mrs Nathan says that before the games, there will be plenty of entertainment.
We've got at least 2 hours worth of local entertainment that will show the diversity of talent that we've got in Rotorua, from our little kids and their kapahaka performances through to your soloists and of course our bands. So it's a great way to be able to come down and enjoy some entertainment, enjoy food and just get into the whole spirit of Rugby World Cup.
And stay with us, we'll have more news from Renee Nathan in regards to the upcoming Rugby World Cup later in the show. Well, most importantly, of course, to the weather for the weekend, Rotorua. Tonight, long fine spells, light winds around the city, overnight low down to 4. Tomorrow, Saturday, fine spells, bit of cloud about, westerly breezes, a high 14 and a low of 6. And then through to Sunday, cloudy period, some drizzle, northerly winds, a high 15 and a low down to 6. And to the marine forecast, Lake Rotorua catching a trout or two for tea tomorrow night. Westerlies at 10 knots on the lake. waves below 1/2 metre and fine weather will continue. If you did miss any of tonight's bulletin, don't forget you can watch it again. Log on to tvrotorua.co.nz, catch up on some of the stories you may have missed, or to view the latest in what's happening in our city, you can click on the upcoming events link. Well, stay with us. Still some good stuff on the show tonight. We chat again with Renee Nathan. More on the Rugby World Cup as we are just a couple of weeks away now. Amanda has what's on this weekend, and Nicola Martin, the manager of the SPCA, is in to update us on this year's Cupcake Day.